Welcome. Welcome to the Rebirthing series. Yogi Bhajan delivered these 31 classes, kriyas, meditations, and lectures on rebirthing the divine within, reconnecting to your infinite self in 1988 and 1999. He knew that he was writing them for future generations. I have found the work to be incredibly, profoundly transformational, giving me great liberty and freedom and peace. And I find the words to be so incredibly relevant and the practice to be so incredibly relevant for us now as we are entering the age of Aquarius and the new paradigms. So I'm bringing you this series from Costa Rica. I'll be traveling up and down. Actually, I'll be traveling down the Pacific coast and bringing you these classes from the beaches and the jungles of the Pacific, Costa Rica. So without further ado, please enjoy the first lecture, Housecleaning 1. The idea is not to sell meditation to you or religion or anything. The idea is that it is the guru's birthday, and we believe in the word guru. People don't want problems. A problem doesn't come to you because you want to be miserable or because you try to make mistakes or anything in life. The problem comes when you do not have the courage to face the problem. Just remember, there is no problem in a human's life that cannot be solved by a human herself. And this brings me to wanting to share the meaning of the word guru. Guru is actually that connection between source and creation. The source, the creator, and the creation are one. We are literally gods and goddesses. Every cause has an effect. That's a law of science. I can't make new laws for you. The law is. Cause has an effect, and an effect must have a cause. That's the law. It can never change. And that's how God is. That's how life is. But in this game of cause and effect, sometimes our fuse is off. Sometimes we are off. Sometimes our attitude is off. Blame it on anything. But in simple English, we lack commitment at that moment. People say you should have religious commitment, that you should have physical commitment. I am not worried about all that, and I am not going to sell you that. People say, well, how did that happen? What happened to you? Where were you? What is going on? Nothing happens, folks. At that moment, you lack the commitment to penetrate with the psyche, to break through the crisis that's confronting you. It's the law of cause and effect. It's not the law of religion. It's not the law of God. It's the law of human happiness. How can we be happy? Is there happiness without commitment? The answer is no. There are 7 steps to happiness. You commit, you get character, and from that, you gain dignity. When you have self-dignity, you are radiant and you become rich with opportunities. And after that, you go another step. From that dignity, you get divinity. What is divinity, by the way? When you don't have duality, you have divinity. In other words, when you are able to let go of the ego and the controls of the mind, and you become one with the source of all creation, the infinite source, and the light that comes from that source, you have divinity. And we already are divine. This practice will help you to unveil your full divine radiance. So normally you might say, maybe this and maybe that, but when you don't have this duality, you do have divinity. And then from that divinity, you have grace. Grace brings you happiness, sources, opportunities, and understanding. Nobody loves anybody. People lie to each other. You know what people are? People are hunters. They hunt each other's grace, share each other, suck each other, get to each other. It's an absolute lie, this I love you, you love me. I am not wasting my time on that. Love has been abused more than any word in the whole history of humanity. But that's the way we hook each other, by saying, I love you. Put a little bait on it, get a few flowers, feel the gratitude. If that's what you call love, God bless you. I don't understand that kind of love, ever. Do you know what love is to me? Love is an experience of oneself with oneself. When you don't give in, there is no letdown. That's the power of love. Love is the one testimony I can give you. If somebody has let you down, he never understood what love is. Love does not let you down. I don't know, knock on wood, because I may be wrong. At the time Yogi Bhajan was writing this, he is 58 years old, and he doesn't let anybody down. Doesn't, no matter what. Somehow, God comes through when I give my word. I think these are miracles, or whatever you call them. But anyway, it all comes to grace. Grace is something, grace gives you something. Grace gives you a power, the power to sacrifice, the power to give, also the power to receive. Grace gives you that power. Guru Nanak said it very wisely in this Veksi Vaparva. In Sanskrit, it's Denda Delindi Takapa Juga Jugantar Kaika Hakumi Hukum Chayal Raha Nanaka Veski Vaparva Guru Nanak Siri Guru Granth Sahib. The translation: God gives and gives and gives for centuries and infinity. It is we who take and grow tired of it. God has put everything in order, and that order is absolute. Just remember, everything is in order. The order is absolute, carefree, and untroubled. That carefree God, the infinite God, the unlimited God is with all of us. I'll make a bet with you. I, Yogi Bhajan, am the head of the Sikh religion for the Western Hemisphere. But I would never have become a Sikh if I had not found that one line, Ang Sang Bahe Guru. Meditatively, by self-hypnosis, you feel God in every limb of yours. See how beautiful that is? I never saw a more beautiful thing in my life than when I had angioplasty and died. I was gone. They were calling my name. And finally I said, oh, I am all right. I am listening. And you know what I was listening to? I was listening to Jap Sahib. The upper reference is an excerpt from the Jap Sahib. I recommend you looking it up and listening to the Jap Sahib. We have a lot of garbage. We do not believe. We think that if we take a bath and put on good clothes and some cologne, then we're okay. but the subconscious needs a bath too. So I thought, this is my family, these people who love me. Let's give them a bath too. This is a gift. Let's give them a gift. It's a long meditation, and you'll go through a lot of pain in this one, a lot of physical pain. I know that it is going to hurt you. But it's at that moment when you say, let me get through it. That's what it is. That's what we are going to do. You'll learn 4 sections in a very simple and honorable way. The idea is not to squeeze anything out of you. The idea is to clean, to give you a chance to clean yourself out. Simple as that. This is not a Zen meditation, nor is this a very high anti-cholesterol meditation, nor is it an anti-fever meditation. I promise nothing. I only promise that if you go through this with me and be free with me, you'll not only be who you were when you came in, all right? I'm sorry, you'll not be who you were when you came in. But I am not promising you anything because I know what it is. I have done it myself, and it really is a hell of a job. I know. We start out day 1 with a bang. And that's why I am not a very popular teacher, said Yogi Bhajan, and I can agree with that myself. And I don't want to be. I don't want to be a stupid liar. I don't want to give people an easy, quick fix or a lie. Let me tell you something. I know we are all sick and we suffer and we are handicapped and poor, and sometimes our minds freak out. But that is not what I believe in. I believe that every man and every woman is beautiful, and we have the right to be that way. But cleaning a house is a very difficult job. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Are you with me on that? You go to restaurants, you talk, you go to the movies, and you sit for hours. And at night, you watch the replays on the Playboy channel, or I would say that it's Netflix in our modern culture. You see what's going on there? It's a crazy world. Let us see how we can clean it out. Let us go inside and see what is inside of ourselves. And only when we change ourselves do we change our experiences, our relationships, and our lives, our entire lives improve. So this entire 31 class series is a huge pranayama. There's a lot of breath work and meditation. Normally you breathe automatically, but when automatic breathing is stopped, it can be very painful for the body to understand. So as we introduce these different breathing patterns, as yogis, we must create order in the body and the mind. And the body has a mind of its own. So it is to the mental order of the body that we are saying, we have taken over. You're conquered and you're lost. Brahmas never explained this to us, but they understood the importance of the breath and which nostril the breath comes in. What is my strength? What is my courage? What is my power to confront? So we begin with day 1, house cleaning 1. The first 4 lessons are all house cleaning, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is how important it is and what a big job it is. So I thank you from the breadth of my soul for being here, for committing to this practice. It is the greatest gift that you can give to yourself And also to practice in community is of extreme importance. So even if our community is on Zoom, we are still community. We are here to support one another, to learn, to grow, and to heal. Blessings and love, beautiful beings.